Hello and welcome to Healing the Shaman's Way. I'm your host, Dr. Nolan Wilson. I am a shaman, but I am not a Native American. Today I want to talk to you about how to fix that big mouth. I'm doing it the shaman's way. Billions of bacteria exist in your mouth, more than there are people on this earth. There are over 700 different species of microbes in your mouth, and one tooth contains over 500 million bacteria. So what you say? Well, we know that they can cause bad breath and tooth decay. They also can cause heart disease, digestive issues, gingivitis, hormonal imbalances, which might be negative in terms of your sex life, all because of what's in your mouth. And you thought I was going to tell you how to make someone to shut up, talk too loud or too much, didn't you? Brushing your teeth daily and regularly can't help but do good, but it doesn't really get the job done. We humans do have a big mouth, and they're full of all kinds of bad things. So what can be done? Well, for your answer, we have to travel back in time 5,000 years to the country of India. And there, the ancient healers used a technique that has become a highly respected and regarded practice in mouth hygiene. It's called Gandusha. That's Gandusha. Gandusha. It's also called in modern language oil pulling. And I suspect it became called oil pulling because it had to do with the amount of oil placed in your mouth. It pulls the bacteria, your gums, and other debris from around your teeth and tongue. Now, according to Nick Polisi, the sacred science guy, Vedic healers claimed that oil pulling could prevent and heal over 30 systemic diseases. That's a lot of diseases. Some diseases affect several organs and tissues. Among these systemic diseases are arthritic swelling, dactylitis, mucus cysts, red dots around the fingernails and cuticles, psoriasis. Now, besides whiter teeth, there are several other benefits of a daily routine of Gandusha. Among these are healthier gums, of course, no more bad breath, increased energy, and increased mental clarity. And a little side effect for those of us who suffer from headaches from time to time, it helps relieve those. Now, doing the Gandusha involves using several oils, an oil base, essential oils, and herbs. I'm going to share with you some of the ingredients that I think work well as a mouthwash. Now, most of the recipes I've found and read about contain coconut oil. And of course, it's melted coconut oil, liquid. But you can certainly use sunflower oil, you can use sesame oil, macadamia oil, olive oil, virgin olive oil, almond oil. Any of those, if that's what you prefer. Except don't use the oil you put in an automobile or a gasoline-fired up lawnmower. That would not be a good idea. So what are the ingredients? Well, I recommend 4 ounces of coconut oil, or any of the other oils I mentioned. 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and I prefer Ceylon cinnamon. It's just because it's flavorful. You may use any cinnamon you want. 1/4 teaspoon of crushed cloves, and I mean really crush them. And 1/4 teaspoon of peppermint oil, essential oil. Now, if you don't like peppermint, you can use orange essential oil, or you can use lemon, or a blend of 2 or more of them. It doesn't make any difference. The thing is that you do use them. All right, now you know the directions. And I'll slow this down a little bit, and I'll come back and repeat the ingredients first. I think that would be a good idea. Okay, will that be helpful to you? Okay, you need 4 ounces of coconut oil, or of the other oils I mentioned, such as almond oil, virgin olive oil, sweet almond oil, I mean, sunflower, sesame. Okay. 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of crushed cloves, and 1/4 teaspoon of peppermint or one of the other essential oils, such as orange or lemon. Okay, now you take and blend all of those. I mean, really put them in a blender and blend them up. And take and pour that in a sterilized glass jar with a lid, because you may want to keep some to use the next day. I don't make a huge batch simply because I like it fresh. So you've got maybe with this and this a couple of uses. Now you want to take 1 or 2 teaspoons full of the Grandusha mouthwash, excuse me. Swish it around. Don't gargle it, but swish it. Okay. And do it with some force, and do that for at least 2 full minutes. Then spit the oil out into a paper cup or a glass cup. The glass cup which you can use to wipe out with a paper towel before you rinse it out in the sink. Do not spit the wash out into your sink. And don't swallow it. And also be careful not to splash or inhale any of the liquid into your lungs. Then thoroughly rinse your mouth out with some mildly warm water. And I mean really gargle it out. Now, there are some side effects to this. Before I get into those, I suggest if you can build it up to a good 3 minutes, maybe 4 of the swishing, it'll be more effective. But there are side effects, and with anything that I recommend, I always suggest you begin with your medical doctor. Because what I recommend is not alternative medicine. What I recommend is supportive medicine, complementary medicine, to help the healing process. I go to my regular doctors, my dentist, internist, whatever, and you should also. Now, some of the reactions you may have to this particular mouthwash is that if you have a sensitivity to nuts, okay, if you're allergic to nuts, then don't use the almond oil or the sesame seed oil maybe. Or if there are certain spices that bother you, don't use them. Find one that doesn't bother you. If you do have any of these reactions, you may feel dizzy, you may feel an itching in your mouth, Or you may even have, if it's a severe case, vomiting. Now, if you do have vomiting, wash your mouth out completely. Again, and if those symptoms persist, get you to your doctor. And again, I advise you very strongly to talk this over with your dentist first, and at your general medical doctor before you try this. So this has been one little help from the shaman, healing the shaman's way. Thank you for listening, and namaste.